very warm welcome to TV47 News Updates on the 16th day of January 2023, a day that has seen the Education Cabinet Secretary Ezekiel Machogu give an update on the placement of students in Form 1. One of the many stories that we've lined up for you on our bulletin this afternoon. Remember, you can always interact with us on our social media handles indicated at the bottom of your screen. Now, with that said, my name is Dennis Otieno. I trust you're doing well. Welcome to the broadcast. Now, on to our top story this afternoon. IEBC commissioners have presided over the launch of the 2022 post-election evaluation report. This makes it their last public function before exiting office tomorrow. The Commission Chairman Wafula Chebukati, Commissioners Professor Abdi Gulie and Boya Mule will leave the office after having served the constitutional 6-year term.
To welcome you to the launch of the post-election evaluation report for the 9th of August 2022 general election. This launch is not only the last event of our election calendar, but also marks my last duty to this country in a forum such as this one. The conduct of our post-election evaluation exercise by the Commission is in line with Article 884B of the Constitution, and we as a Commission are expected to facilitate evaluation of elections which happened on the 9th of August. It is also an integral part of the post-election phase of the electoral cycle and best international practice that affords an election management body an opportunity to reflect on lessons learned and make recommendations for implementation in subsequent election. I've had the unprecedented opportunity to preside over the 2 general elections and fresh presidential election during my 6-year tenure at the helm of the IEBC. As I look forward to my exit from office tomorrow, I will share my reflections of that journey as chairman of the commission. I was appointed in office on the 18th of January 2017, and we took the oath of office on 20th of the same month. In the oath of office, I swore to obey, respect, and uphold the Constitution and all the laws of the Republic, that I would faithfully and fully, impartially, and to the best of my ability discharge the trust and perform the functions and exercise of powers devolving upon me by virtue of the appointment without fear, favor, bias, affection, ill will, or prejudice. And the last sentence, I asked God to help me remain true to this oath. I joined the commission that I had been appointed along with me.
And that was the IEBC Chairman Wafula Chebukati giving a report of the 2022 general election. Remember, that is going to be his last day in office. But moving on to other matters, Uganda Vice President Jessica Alupo, together with Turkana County Governor Jeremiah Lumurkai, have held a joint meeting and vowed to work together to ensure peace at the border between Turkana community and Karamajong community in Uganda. The two communities have been in constant wrangles for a long time, with frequent cases of cattle rustling in the area. The two also indicated plans to construct schools and hospitals at the border to ensure the two communities coexist peacefully.
Where you are. You don't need to come in protest.
In working towards the socio-economic transformation of the Ugandan society. For instance, faith-based institutions have constructed a number of schools and hospitals across the country. This is proof of their concern for the material and physical well-being of their followers.
Our President, Dr. Samuel Ruto, has mentioned and has told us that never again shall a Turkana person, shall an Ugandan person, or people from East African community die because of criminals activities. That thing together as the leadership of Turkana County, as the leadership of Kenya, and as the leadership of East Africa, as the leadership of Uganda, we are not going to allow that one.
Elsewhere, political leaders from Mwea constituency in Kirinyaga County have requested the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission (IEBC) to divide the parliamentary area into 3 constituencies in a bid to ease distribution of resources. Led by the former Kirinyaga County Deputy Governor Peter Ndambiri, the leader said the constituency has a large number of people, and following its size, there is a need to subdivide it so that the residents can benefit from available resources. Following Mwea constituency's size, the leader said residents have missed resources and development for a long time, saying if it was divided, it will create job opportunities among the youth.
Katika uimbaji anaita Skora K.
Bwana Yesu asifiwe.
Bwana asifiwe. Kama hatutapata constituencies zetu 3, ni kumaanisha ofisi ya mheshimiwa wa Mwea East ambao ni Morindoko na South Ngariama atakuwa na ofisi hapa, aandike watoto wetu hapa, tuwe na police station hapa. Mnaigwa? Ministry ya Agriculture iletwe hapa, na kwa hivyo watoto wetu watapata Mnasikia hiyo? Kule tutaita Mwea Central, nao watakuwa na ofisi zao. Hiyo ni devolution inaletwe mashinani kwetu, na hiyo ndio ombi letu. Hata kama ni makanisa tutafungua katika every constituency, pahali kuna town tutaweka tuendelee na kukua. South Ngariama kuwe pia na location zingine, tuongezewe machief na sub chiefs. Si ndio hiyo? Kwa hivyo ombi letu ni kwamba sisi watu wa Mwea tushikane.
One boundary from Rupingazi River to Nyamindi River to cover Morindoko and South Ngariama in totality. The other constituency, Nyamindi River to Thiba River. That's going to be Mwea Central constituency. Then from Thiba River to Sagana River, that will be Mwea West constituency. Now, and when we are saying Sagana River, the boundary on the upper side is the road which crisscrosses from PI, the bridge at Rupingazi, all the way via Kutus, all the way to Sagana River.
And still in the central region, where leaders from Kiambu County have promised to unite and work together in order to deliver on the promises they gave during the campaign period. The leaders, led by Kikuyu Member of Parliament Kimani Ichung'wah, promised the people of Kiambu that they will do their very best to take their county agenda forward. The leaders also thanked the president and his deputy president for electing one of their own to the position of PS Ministry of Transport.
God bless you. Thank you so much. We thank you. Thank you so much.
Governor, we assure you, we shall support you ili tufanyie watu wa Kiambu kazi. Hatutaki Kiambu irudi mahali imekuwa miaka 10. We have actually as a county wasted 10 good years. You have a huge responsibility to rescue that position, and we will all as leaders support you to make sure that we all serve with humility and deliver on our promises to the people of Kiambu.
Ati mambo ni mingi, masani machache. We cannot afford to waste any more time. I can give you one guarantee. Hii mfumo ya 3 ya serikali ya ugatuzi ya Kiambu tutafanya kazi. That you can take from me. Pray for us. Pray for us, because we need God's guidance to ensure that we serve the people.
Meanwhile, Kiharu Member of Parliament Ndindi Nyoro has assured Kenyans that the government is taking several measures to revive the struggling economy and ease the burden of high living costs. Ndindi, who also serves as the chair of the Budget Committee in the National Assembly, highlighted that these measures include providing subsidies to farmers and expanding the tax base to generate more revenue, which will make the country more self-sufficient and less reliant on foreign debt to meet its financial obligations. Ndini made these comments during the flag-off of a 25-kilometer walk to raise funds worth 120 million shillings towards the construction of a retreat center within the Kiharu constituency.
All the way with provision Pakwa Sebre Onapokuria Doita Tuenacha ACK Diocese of Mount Kenya Central.
Najua uchumi wa Kenya hauko pahali ambayo tunaweza jivunia sana, na tuko katika harakati ya kutengeneza budget, na tumekuwa tukikopa pesa mingi sana kama serikali. Tunakopa pesa hata ya kulipa mishahara, na vile tumeingia na hawa wananchi wa Kenya wametupea nafasi, tumeona sio vizuri nchi ya Kenya iendelee kuwa nchi ya kukopa sana. Kwa hivyo tumeona ni vizuri tukuze biashara zetu, tukuze ukulima, na tukikuza kila mtu akuwe na mapato. Hata mapato ya serikali ili ya ushuru itaongezeka. Kwa hivyo hatutarajii kuongeza Wakenya wale wanalipa ushuru mwingine. Tunatarajia kutengeneza watu wengi, to have a larger tax base of the people who are making money from businesses, from employment, so that we have many more people paying taxes because we have created opportunities for them. Kwa sababu tunataka tukisaidia, kama ni wakulima tunawasaidia na fertilizer, tukisaidia hawa wanabiashara ambao wako chini, na tukisaidia uchumi kutoka pale foundation, tusikue na mambo ingine cosmetic pengine ya kusaidia uchumi. We want to start on the basis.
Now, from the central region to the coastal region, where a cashew nut factory in Kilifi County has been reopened for operations by developers from abroad. The factory, located at Vipingo Centum Land, has already begun production with developers, targeting an annual output of more than 7 metric tons of raw materials. During a tour of the facility, Kilifi Governor Gideon Mung'aro stated that the reopening of the factory begins new hope to the community, or rather brings new hope to the community, as cashew nuts remain one of the top earners for the area. The factory will also provide employment opportunities for hundreds of local residents.
Preparation time right now. We're having 6,000 square meters of production volume, different water supplies, PV system, lunch, food, transportation money. And the important part, like the governor said, is raw material. All the raw material we're currently processing is 100% Kenyan. We're not having any imported raw material from abroad. So what our intention is to bring or to revive the Kenyan cashew belt. So the potential is really huge, and if you want this, the sky is the limit.
If partner with the nuts and more factory to see how we can mobilize our farmers through the agriculture department, to see if we can encourage the farmers of Kilifi. Each one of them can struggle to come up with 1 acre of cashew. There's the market now. We have also found out from the management that you get paid when you deliver today at 4 o'clock, you can have your money after 1 day. You are paid. Yeah. So that means it's going to be, people will have cash, the farmers will get cash easily.
And from the story of the revival of the cashew nuts factory in Kilifi County, we'll do a short break, but don't go too far. We'll be right back with more news.
Sona moja imetengenezwa kwa njia spesheli ili kupambana na maumivu kwa haraka. Sona moja ina aspirin kama kiungo. Sona moja, kitulizo kamili. Maumivu yakizidi, pata ushauri wa daktari.
Since 2009, All Saints has strived to nurture confident, responsible, and ambitious young men into future leaders. Located on 20 acres in a serene and conducive environment, some 4 kilometers from Embu Town Center, it's a modest, cost-friendly education center. We are proud of our strong heritage of opening minds, unlocking talents, and building leaders. We prepare young men for a life dedicated to leadership, achievement, and service to the world. All Saints Senior Boys Academy. We make the difference.
Welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. Now, teachers who specialize in protecting children from sexual abuse have highlighted the various challenges they face in their line of work, including the complexity of cases, lack of funding, and lengthy court processes. The teachers are now calling for fast tracking of all cases involving children and are urging members of the community to partner with child rights activists to help support affected minors. The advocacy group Beacons Teachers Africa also noted that some cases have taken an excessive amount of time and that some children end up suffering while the adults responsible go free and others are embarrassed to pursue justice.
Child abuse, especially where defilement is concerned, and this is because these are cases that likely attract a lot of conflicts. They likely also create a lot of vulnerabilities, increased vulnerabilities for not just the child, but even for the families. And therefore it would help if the courts were faster in resolving these cases so that at least the case is resolved while the child is still a child. We have some of them, the cases started when the children were children, now they're adults. You don't know whether you're dealing with a child case or you're dealing with a child adult or you're dealing with whatever case.
Beacon Teachers is primarily interested in child protection. There are many things that are being done to our children, especially rape, early marriages, some cultural activities that teachers handle and help to resolve, either at a school or even in courts. So the Beacons of Embu have teamed up for their team building, at least to debrief after a year experience, together with professional counselors to help them to start 2023.
Meanwhile, a section of religious leaders in the country are now calling on the national government to assist needy students even as schools are about to reopen. Under the Organization of Helping Hand for Community Development, the leaders said many areas in the country have experienced drought affecting the livelihood of many families.
Serikali kwamba tunapoenda kufungua mashule, kama ni fees, kama wanaweza kufanya jambo, kama ni kuwapatia subsidy wazazi kwa ajili maisha ni magumu na vile tuna kiangazi, kama ingewezekana wapatie subsidy ili maisha yawe bora, na
especially wakati huu ambao watoto wetu wataweza kuingia shule from January 23rd. Shule zitaweza kufunguliwa na tunaomba serikali iweze kuangalia hao watoto hata pahali watakapoenda kwa mashule, serikali iweze kusimama na hizo mashule kusaidia na ile uwezo wenye wataweza kusaidia.
Wakati huu ambako watoto wanarudi shule, kuna wakati mgumu na tunajua kwamba wengi watapitia hali ngumu kwa sababu ya ukame na ukosefu wa vyakula na maji. Tunataka kuambia serikali ya kwamba tutashirikiana kama jinsi ambavyo Mungu atatusaidia, na tuwakaribisha makanisa zinginezo na wadau wengine na watu wote wenye moyo safi waungane pamoja na kanisa, pamoja na NGO na vikundi zingine, na ili tukaweza kusimama na wananchi wenzetu wa nchi hii.
And now it's time to get to the sports news, where preparations for the IDPA sports shooting competition, slated for April 4th to 9th this year at the Kirigiting shooting range, are on high gear as the Kenya Sports Shooting Federation held an IPSC shooting competition for Kenyan participants to gauge their prowess in the sport and further sharpen their skills. Competitions and training captain Sami Onyango noted that the IPSC competition was the first competitive event being held this year and attracted 131 registered participants who would form the national sports shooting team in the coming 2 years. Onyango also revealed that the federation is ready to host the IDPA championship as they target to attract more participants from Europe, USA and also South Africa. Speaking out at the prize-giving ceremony of the IPSC shooting competition, Kenya Defence Forces Belinda Makoth stated that the range was challenging due to being out of practice during the festive season, however remained focused to bag a victory.
Yes, the tournament we have in April is a different tournament. It's one for International Defensive Pistol Association. We normally have two different kind of pistol disciplines. One of them is the IPSC and the other one is IDPA. So the one in April is going to be an IDPA competition where we have all teams coming from all over the world coming to participate in Africa. It's called African Championship.
Makoth Belinda, sports shooter from GSU team. Today's shoot was an awesome one. Bearing in mind we've not shot from like last year November. We've been on a break. Being the first shoot of the year, I think we did well.
Now, as the Kenya Inter-County Sports and Cultural Association Kikoska tournament kicks off today in Kisumu County, 7 teams that will represent Migori County have been encouraged to make the county proud in the games by registering good results and bagging accolades. Speaking during the flagging off ceremony, Migori County Governor Dr. Ochiolo Ayako urged the team to be good ambassadors and represent the country in the best way possible to uplift the image of the county. Governor Ayako also noted that his administration will allocate more funds in the future to increase the number of teams that will be competing in the Kikoska Games, adding that the tournament helps unite the country when people from all corners of Kenya meet and compete. Meanwhile, Migori County Committee Executive Member for Sports, Beatrice Samburu, emphasized that they are looking to reorganize the county tournaments in the near future to help promote talent.
Organizing our resources, and we will have sports in Migori County, all the way from wards up to the finals in the county. We are going to ensure that we are a jubilant and a playful county, not just playful, but a county that believes in team spirit.
Next coming month in February, we have already negotiated